The older I got, the heavier my periods got, the longer they would last. I usually had a 32-day cycle, so it was a little bit longer between periods, but the clotting started happening the older I was. So not only was I dealing with the heavy bleeding and the embarrassment of trying to, get to a restroom, or whether I would have to take extra clothes, or always making sure that I wore black. Always had to wear black or dark colors. It just became more and more unbearable. I went to work for OBGYN probably about 5 years ago. And it opened up a whole new world of education for me as far as what was available to people with heavy periods like myself. And I had always joked that I thought, oh, I just need a hysterectomy. My mom had had a hysterectomy for heavy bleeding, my sister. So I knew that, obviously that was usually the answer, was a hysterectomy. And I started doing a lot of research and reading and talking to the doctors, and they would give me other options of what I could do for my heavy bleeding and periods. And usually it was ibuprofen prior to starting my menses and then the first few days. And that would make it lighter, but I was concerned about the side effects of using the ibuprofen to that extent. I tried an IUD, which makes your menses, can make your menses lighter, your periods lighter. So I tried that, and it actually did. It did make my period lighter, but I found that I had a lot of discharge and spotting daily. I had the Mirena put in not as a contraception, but kind of the other thing that Mirena was promoting for the IUD was that it would reduce or lessen your periods, your menstrual cycle. So I chose that for that reason. I early on had taken birth control pills trying to regulate my period, and had a DVT, a deep vein thrombosis. So they don't like to give, I was not usually a good candidate for birth control pills or any estrogen or hormones that was released through my body. Mirena has hormones that are not released systemically but locally, and so it suppresses your period. And it was great. I mean, it was a good option at first. The discharge was annoying. That went on for several months, and the doctors kept saying, well, it's a side effect. So that's when we came up with the Novasure. It's such a simple procedure. Novasure ablation can be done in the office. It can be done as an outpatient. And for that reason, it just seems like such a simple choice for patients who have, who don't want to go through major surgery and don't want to deal with the recovery period of weeks. I see the patients come in that have had hysterectomies, and just the recovery time and some of the complications, you don't deal with any of those things, any of them. Once I had the Novasure ablation, I didn't need to worry about where the closest restroom was, or whether I had enough, sanitary supplies with me. Or it was great. It was very liberating. It's just given me an opportunity to have my life back, because I'm not bleeding and I don't have to worry about that, and I can wear white, I can wear khaki, I can wear light colors that I was not able to do before. Since the ablation, I haven't had a period, so for me that's a huge blessing.